All right, we're live. Okay, we're not live, just recording.
What is going on? This is No Filter Podcast. Almost forgot the
This
podcast
nigga.
name. We're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna keep rolling. I'm here with my host, Lunix Titan,
What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? What's up?
and today we got a lot of news. Obviously, we haven't been back ever since I don't know when was the last time we've.
The last No Filter podcast the last No Filter episode I did was like 2-3 months ago. It's on YouTube right now. It was with Chuck. That's the last one that I did. Let me see.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Uh, it was with Chuck. It was 2 months ago. So y'all go check that one out if you want. It was a Q&A. It wasn't really a podcast episode. It was just a Q&A with a guest, you know.
Anyways, we got a lot to go into.
A whole lot, man. A whole lot.
A whole lot, a lot of soccer news, a lot of my bad, football news for you UK niggas. We got big news. But we're gonna leave the big news to last. I think right now we should talk about the game tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
talk about the game tomorrow.
At this,
What do you think of the game?
at the time
What
of
do you
this
think about that
recording,
matchup?
at the time of this recording, the match is tomorrow. I will try. My internet will try its best to get this episode before the game, to get this episode out before the game. But at the time of this recording, it is literally Friday night before the game. Sorry. What were you saying, Sway?
What you think of that matchup, Kenny? Who do you got winning? What's your predictions? Who do you think is gonna score, or who do you think is gonna, have a bad game?
I think Man City is going to struggle in the first half. I think when you look at the matchup, Man City versus Inter Milan, let's be honest. From what it looks like, Man City is so clear. Like, so clear.
Yeah,
But I feel like Man City is going to struggle in the first half. And I say that because every single final that Pep Guardiola plays, ever since he left Barca, it's like he sabotages himself. And he just, I guess, take that final against Chelsea, for example. Everybody knows there's no way in hell Man City was supposed to lose against Chelsea that season. But he decided to play that game with no DMs. No DMs at all. It's like, why are you sabotaging yourself, you know? I feel like Pep should just do what works, aka play Rodri and DM, make everybody else create for the literal goal machine up front. I think, like I said, I think they're gonna struggle in the first half, but I think they're gonna get their groove back because Inter's not an attacking team, and I feel like with what they have, attack wise, I feel like Man City can always cope. But come second half, I feel like Man City is gonna turn up. My prediction is 3-0 Man City win. Haaland equals Ronaldo's record for most goals in a Champions League season.
true.
I am not confident in that prediction at all because some part of me still feels like Inter might win. Because Man City is known for balling it, bro. Like, it's so hard to really fully back Man City.
Yeah.
So, but my prediction, I personally want Man City to win, and I think they're going to win 3-0. I think all 3 goals are coming in the second half.
All right. For me, this is a tough matchup. For the people thinking this is gonna be easy, I feel like Inter, they got that defense, man. They got that D. They got that good D. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
You didn't say it like that, but yes. I understand what you're saying.
Um, I feel like Man City could definitely win. They could definitely win. But that's if Guardiola doesn't sabotage himself.
Yep.
If Because Guardiola always be doing that for some reason. Always wants to feel a little fancy and put Ederson as striker or some shit.
Or
You know what I'm saying?
play Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne in the midfield and not play a single DM and lose the
Yeah,
game
and put
because
and
of
put
that.
Holland as a center back or some shit like that.
Some shit like that.
Some shit like that. But if he actually plays how he's been playing like recently, man, like they should blow it out of the water. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if they keep on playing the way they're playing, they could definitely have 3, 4, 5 goals in this matchup. But if they struggle, it's probably gonna be like Kenny said, 3-0, 3-0. But if Inter wins, it's gonna be a 1-0, 1-0 win.
I was just gonna say that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that Inter. I don't see if Inter should score. I don't see them scoring more than one. If they should win, if they would win, they will win by one. Because I feel like they're gonna score and they are going to literally park the bus
Yeah.
and just
Exactly.
have Lautaro Martinez on counterattacks. Everybody's just gonna get in the box and defend for their
Exactly.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see this going to extra time. I can't lie. Unless it's a 0-0. That's the only way it goes to extra time. If someone
Yeah.
scores during the match, someone is winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
all depends. It all depends on the first goal.
yep.
It all depends on the first goal.
I think Holland is going to score the first goal in the 62nd minute. I think he's going to struggle in the first half. Everybody's going to be talking about it, and he's going to shut everybody up around this. From the 60th to the 70th minute, I feel like Holland is going to score, and he's going to equal Ronaldo's record for most goals in a single Champions League season. And I think it'll
Right.
be 2-0. I think Grealish will make it 2-0, and Julian Alvarez will come off the bench at the end of the game to make it 3.
That's really good. That's a really good prediction. That's a really good prediction. I don't really got anything like that. Holland's definitely gonna score a goal.
I've been thinking about this, bro. I've been thinking about this game.
Yeah. Alright, what we got next, Kenny? You got anything? You got anything else before we start with the transfers?
I'm just plugging this in there. If any of y'all are in the Raleigh Durham area, go see Homegirls. It's a play. It's a free play showing at Jesus Christ, I look like a terrible cast member now. It's a free play showing at Peace. It's a university in Raleigh. Free play. Your boys cast as part of the play. So if you want to see me live, go check it out.
Facts. Um. Okay, I think we can get into the.
Should we talk about the Ballon d'Or race before the transfers or no?
That's so long.
Okay, let's talk about the transfers first. Let's talk about the transfers.
Transfers.
Let's talk about each team, like in the top 5 leagues, the standout teams, who you think they should sign, and who they've already signed. We can talk about that.
Oh, let's talk about Zidane's retirement first. I feel like
Zidane retired from coaching?
not Zidane, fucking
Zlatan? I was like, okay, I know Zidane hasn't had a coaching job in a minute now, but I mean, that's only because he doesn't want to coach outside of Spain, and he really only wants to coach Madrid. But Zlatan retirement, that's like, Zlatan retired, football retired. It was trending on Twitter. It was so everywhere on Twitter. Football has retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Is true. Let's talk about Zlatan because I do have a question for you, Sway.
Okay.
In their prime, rank these 3 strikers: Aguero, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez #1
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
Damn. Aguero or Zlatan? I feel like Zlatan, man.
It's a lot of time before Aguero.
Zlatan. Yeah, and Aguero last.
Mm. I can't lie. For their prime, I don't know.
Zlatan was top three in the world in the Messi and Ronaldo era. So.
That's the thing. I was gonna put Zlatan first.
Oh really?
I was gonna put Zlatan over Suarez. I can't lie.
Hell no, I cannot put Zlatan over Suarez.
Suarez was a beast, right? Won the Golden Boot during the Messi and Ronaldo prime
Twice.
era twice. You
He
know,
did it twice.
that is a huge, huge achievement. But my question to you is: I know we don't like doing football what ifs, but for this time, let's just excuse it, right? Let's do a what if Zlatan was in his prime playing in MSN. If it was MZN or MIN, Ibrahimovic, yeah. If it was MIN instead of MSN, do you think they repeat the next year? Like, do you think MIN will be more lethal than MSN because of the kind of players Zlatan Ibrahimovic is? That's sometimes when I compare players, I really look at it that way. I put Suarez in Zlatan's shoes, and I put Zlatan in Suarez's shoes, and that's how I compare. I believe Suarez was a spectacle in Liverpool. If I can really think this, I don't think this is too outrageous to say. I think Suarez in the history of Liverpool is probably one of their best strikers ever. I think Suarez is better than Kenny Dalglish. And if you don't think so, go argue with your wall. I think he's better. I think Suarez entering his prime is better than Torres' prime. If you don't agree with that, you can go hit your head on the wall that you're arguing with.
Yeah.
But do you think prime Suarez does as good in PSG, in Juventus, in Inter, in Milan, his first stint, or was it his second stint, as Ibra? And it's really tough to say because Ibrahimovic did play with Messi. He did play in Barcelona, but it didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
And that's because he said Guardiola was playing him on the wing. So do you think that if prime Ibrahimovic played in the middle with Messi on the right and Neymar on the left, in my opinion, I think they do better than MSN. And MSN is still probably the greatest attacking trio of all time.
Maybe. I don't know. We would never know.
Yeah, we would never know. But just judging by the kind of player Zlatan was in his prime, I feel like that's hard. That man single-handedly just carried Sweden the whole way.
Yeah, he did.
And I can't say Suarez carried Uruguay because Godin was in defense and Cavani was his partner up front.
Yeah.
So that's why personally I will put Ibrahimovic up front. And I don't agree with Danny Aarons. It's very unlikely that Danny Aarons sees this, but Danny Aarons, you have zero ball knowledge. Like absolutely zero. You are the most hilarious, most stupidest YouTuber I've ever seen in my life. You're very funny, but you're very dumb. Danny Aarons said Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the most overrated player of our generation.
Nah, dude. He's not.
Not overrated at all. I think Zlatan is properly rated. And to some people, example, you, Danny, criminally underrated to some people. For the way some people talk about him, he's underrated. But I think he's properly rated. I think Zlatan is one of the best strikers in our generation. Almost won a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And then Aguero, we don't even talk about that. Aguero's great, but Suarez and Ibra just better in their prime.
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're gonna go into the transition into transfers. Should we talk about the ones that matter, or should we talk about like the new signings and shit too, like all the new signings in Europe?
I mean, the new signings that matter. Nobody cares if Mr. James went to Bournemouth. Nobody gives a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Bellingham to Real Madrid. Which I think is going to be a really good move for Bellingham. I believe he's capable of putting on a Ballon d'Or performance season in Madrid. I have that much confidence in him. I feel like he's really good.
Okay.
And Madrid, they're planning for their future. You know what I'm saying?
They are. Yeah.
Great. Tony Kroos and Moses. They got one foot out the door. You know what I'm saying? They could retire next season,
Yep.
and they could have Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Bellingham in the mid.
And they got Valverde as well,
And you got Valverde.
who can play at fullback. He can play at the wing. He can play as a false nine. He can play anywhere in the midfield. Valverde is
literally.
very versatile. I think.
Yeah.
I think that is. Oh wait, was it my turn to talk? Are you?
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm done talking.
I think picking up Bellingham for Madrid was great. However, Bellingham has to remember, and I'll quote the Irish guy on this one, huge fan, Irish guy. English people do not do well in La Liga. Now, I'll give Bellingham the reason I used to believe the same what happened with Bellingham, but the reason I don't believe it for Bellingham anymore is because Bellingham has played majority of his career abroad. He's not played in Premier League. English players don't typically do well abroad. The last Premier League English player that I remember doing very well in Spain was Beckham.
And he didn't do that good.
And he didn't do that good, exactly. He didn't do that. He was on a great team. He had R9 and Zidane in that same team, and Roberto Carlos. The team was stacked. Plus Guti,
Yeah.
one of the most
And
underrated
they never won
midfielders.
it. They never won a.
Did they win a league title? I know they didn't win the
never-
Champions League.
They never won a Champions League. It's crazy.
Wait, are you sure?
I mean, technically,
no, they
Gary
did.
Lineker also did. No,
They
he did not.
Zidane, was that for Juventus that he scored that against Leverkusen in the final? Remember that volley that he scored in the final? Was he playing for Juventus? He wasn't playing for Juventus. I'm
Was
sure.
that a final?
I have. It was a. I think it was. Hold on, let me look it up. Yeah, in 2002. I mean, Beckham wasn't there. Zidane did win the Champions League with Madrid in 2002. I remember he scored that crazy volley against Leverkusen in the final. Of course, I don't remember. I remember watching it. I didn't watch the game when I was 2 years old, but I watched back a lot of highlights. Okay, Gary Lineker is another one. Okay, Gary Lineker is the person who has had the last really successful English player that went to Spain, and that was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So Bellingham, I have faith in Bellingham because he's played in the Bundesliga. If Lewandowski can make it, you can surely make it. Even though both of you guys play totally different positions. If Kroos can make it, you can make it. And if I compare Bellingham's Dortmund days to Kroos' Bayern days, I'm definitely taking Bellingham's Dortmund days. So you can do it. You can do it, Bellingham. If anybody can do it, he can. Now, I do feel bad for Tchouaméni because when he first came this season, they were playing him a lot, and then he started seeing less and less game time. I wonder.
That was in 2001, Kenny. That wasn't 2002. That was 2001.
2001?
Yeah.
Zidane, the World Cup? No, it's not the World Cup. The Champions League?
Yeah. And what's his name? I believe R9 wasn't there yet.
Wait. But here it says, in the 2002 Champions League final, he scored a left-footed volley winner That's considered one of the greatest goals in the competition history. Here, I'm reading it's 2002, Sway.
No, it says 2001 here, bro.
What are you reading?
What do they call them? UEFA titles.
In 2001, Bayern won the Champions League, so it couldn't have been Zidane.
How is it Bayern?
I'm looking at it right here. 0001. The 2001 season was Bayern.
Oh, yeah, that was 2001.
This nigga, bro. To the 01-02 season was Madrid. So when
Yeah, R9 still wasn't there though. 2001.
Oh, did R9 ever? He did win the Champions League, did he not? Did he never win the Champions League?
I think he never won the Champions League.
Oh, CR7 clear side now. I mean, but
anyway, we went on a tangent. Where were we on, Kenny?
Transfers Bellingham to
yeah.
Madrid. I finished saying what I'm gonna say. I think Bellingham is gonna do good.
Yeah, I think Bellingham's gonna be I feel like he's an anomaly. I feel like he's gonna do good. What I saw in the World Cup, I feel like that's not his full potential. I feel like he has a shit ton of potential.
Yeah, and he was phenomenal in the World Cup. So
yeah. Another one, Brahim Diaz is coming back from AC Milan. He's going back to Real Madrid. What'd you think of that? I honestly never really seen
I've watched
Diaz play.
I watched Brahim Diaz play, and you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Isco.
Isco. I knew you were gonna say that for some reason.
He reminds me of Isco. You know how Isco was just so good at dribbling? And
he was so smooth with it.
Yeah, it was just so, I won't lie, Isco was really fun to watch. I love watching Isco play.
Yeah.
Brahim is like that, but he's not the passer Isco was, and he's not the goal scorer Isco was. He could be that. But not quite. Do I think Brahim Diaz benches anybody on this Madrid team? No. Because the places he plays usually in a cam position or in a left wing position. Madrid doesn't play a cam, and you're not benching Vinicius Jr. I don't care who you are. In my opinion, if I could only play two of them in one position, Mbappe or Vinny, I'm playing Vinny. As regards this season, I'm playing Vinicius.
Yeah.
So I feel like Brahim Diaz needs to go out on another loan or figure out if he can play on the right wing. I do believe, FIFA cards aside, and I have to stress that, FIFA cards aside, I do believe Brahim Diaz could be better than Rodrigo. It really depends, though.
Could be better than Rodrigo?
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because what I'm seeing from Rodrigo...
Bold statement.
It is a bold statement. But what I'm seeing from Rodrigo now reminds me of Vinny. Younger Vinny. Although Vinny's still young, but a lot younger. You know how inconsistent Vinny was?
Yeah.
That's what I see from Rodrigo. Pretty inconsistent. But one thing about Rodrigo is that he's got passion. Rodrigo is a winger that works on defense. He works tirelessly. So his work ethic can put him over there. I think, personally... Okay, here's the thing. Brahim Diaz should either try to outwork Rodrigo, or he should just look for a new team. Go to AC Milan on a permanent transfer. Was he out on loan and he came back?
AC Milan didn't want him. AC Milan didn't want him.
Oh, damn. That's a bad look. That's a bad look. Go to, let me think of a...
He fit in Arsenal. Nah, not even Arsenal.
He'll fit in Juventus. Juventus needs a revamp.
True.
I would take him. I would for sure take him.
All right, next signing says here by Fabricio Romero, or who was it? Romano, not Romero.
Mm-hmm.
Fabricio Romano. So I got sources here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mateo Kovacic has agreed personal terms with Man City after advanced talks revealed last week. Chelsea are open to selling Kovacic as contract is due to expire in June 2024. Player keen on the move. What do you think of that, Kenny?
I think it's a good move. I think that Kovacic should go under the wing of Gundogan. I don't think Kovacic is old. How old is Kovacic?
Kovacic is I don't know.
Let me look. 20. Oh, he's 29. Jeez. How old is Gundogan? Let me check that. Gundogan age 32. It's not that far. I don't think Kovacic gets enough playtime in Man City though. It's kind of like with Calvin Phillips. They brought in Calvin Phillips while having Rodri.
Yeah.
If Kovacic was younger, I would say
Gundogan might leave though. That's the thing.
Now, if Gundogan leaves, okay, that's an amazing transfer because you just got a like for like swap right there. Kovacic is really intelligent when it comes to passing the ball. He can shoot whenever he needs to, although Gundogan has a better knack of scoring goals. Kovacic is a pretty good dribbler. He's like a Dollar Tree Modric.
True.
Which is honestly, I mean, for Man City, that's pretty good. He works on defense. He works on offense. And he can, he doesn't need to control the game because that's what De Bruyne is there for.
True.
So, yeah, I think that's a good transfer. What about you?
I don't got anything to add, so I can.
Oh, you don't watch the Prem as much as I do.
Nah. Next transfer is Alex McAllister. He's moving to Liverpool. Yep, he's number 10. I think that's a good signing. I think he's a good signing. For one, obviously in the World Cup we saw what he's capable of. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a really good footballer.
Oh yeah.
I feel like he I don't know if he could be like top. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he would ever reach like top 5 Ballon d'Or contender. But I could be wrong. You never know, right?
Yeah.
But but we've seen, he's good at passing the ball. He's good at moving the ball. He can dribble around players.
He's pretty quick too.
He's quick, yeah. I think he provides really good passes.
If you watch him in Brighton, he can shoot the ball very well too.
Yeah,
he's got a foot on him, bro.
He can shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Jurgen Klopp has had a masterclass signing him. That's a beautiful signing.
I feel like I believe in Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp sees the vision, and I think he'll be a good signing for Liverpool. I feel like he's gonna start.
Oh yeah, and to piggyback off of you, I think McAllister is what they need. I'm glad that he's coming and Thiago is still there. I'm always the whole thing of I always do this whole thing about learning under someone. Might sound cliche, but I think McAllister has a lot to learn under Thiago, and that midfield. I feel like there's something about McAllister joining because Liverpool's best playmaker, apart from Thiago. I mean, Thiago has been sidelined with injuries. In their constant starting 11, their best playmaker is Trent Alexander-Arnold, a fullback. For where he is, it's hard to create plays that efficiently. He does a great job, though. But having a playmaker like McAllister in the midfield is very, very essential for a team like Liverpool, especially when you're playing people like Fabinho and Henderson. People that are, not gonna lie, not great playmakers. They're good defensively. Henderson is a great box to box, not the greatest playmaker. When you got somebody like McAllister, I feel like that opens a lot more for the team. When you have McAllister,
he's got good vision.
Yep, you got McAllister and Trent on the same team. That's dangerous, especially if they can get Darwin Núñez to They
to
could,
actually finish.
yeah, yep. They need to run them finishing drills. When they could get Darwin Núñez to finish, you got service from Trent from the back, and you got service from McAllister in the midfield. That front three of Cody Gakpo, Mo Salah, and Darwin Núñez, they could eat.
Yeah.
Or Diogo Jota, whoever they're playing. They can
Yeah.
eat for real. Like, yeah, I think McAllister is a great signing. I think he can play box to box to an extent. He's more of a cam. I think he can play in a false nine position as well. If you need him to score goals, he can score goals. And we know from the World Cup that he can pass the ball, he can dribble, he can provide assists. He's got a good IQ on him. Yeah, McAllister's a great signing for Liverpool. Happy for them.
Yeah, and not only that, piggyback off you.
Why are you laughing?
Because that's the new word now that I'm using. Piggyback off you. What's it called? He also got man of the match in one of the games for the World Cup.
From the World Cup, yeah. Great,
Yeah.
great
Yeah,
football. Didn't he assist Di Maria's goal in the final? That was his assist. I think I remember.
Yeah, it was.
That was his assist. What an assist that was.
That was a great assist. That was a great pass.
Yeah. That was a pass from Messi to Julian Alvarez, from Julian Alvarez to McAllister, and McAllister to Di Maria. It's crazy how I remember that play. That play was so good. It was such a good play.
It was so fluid.
It was a no-look pass from Messi to Alvarez. Alvarez put it for McAllister. McAllister sprinted past Varane, I believe. That's pretty quick if you can run past Varane. Yeah. Serve it up on a silver platter to Di Maria. What a finish.
Yeah.
Crazy goal. Yeah.
Let's see what's next. What we got next? It says we're not. It's not confirmed, so I'm not gonna put that. All right, I guess we can get into the big ones.
Oh wait, I do want to ask you a question.
All right.
What do you think about Mr. Harold Kane? What do you think he should do? Should he stay in Tottenham, or should he find a new home?
That nigga should find a new home. He ain't doing shit in Tottenham.
You know what's crazy? I saw something on, I don't know if it was, I think it was Twitter. It was Twitter. Bale left Spurs. He won 5 Champions Leagues and how many league titles with the Club World Cup, all that stuff. Modric left. Modric left Spurs, won 5 Champions Leagues, how many league titles, Super Cups, all that stuff, multiple trophies, plus a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
What the hell is stopping Kane from leaving? When Modric left, he was the best Spurs player. When Bale left, he was by far the best Spurs player. Kane is obviously the best Spurs player. Him and Heung-min Son. Why are y'all there?
Right. If he goes to Madrid, that'll be a good signing.
That'll be a great signing to replace Benzema.
And you know they got an English center mid and an English
Exactly.
striker. You know, that'll be cool. That'll be
That'll be really cool.
I feel like it could definitely be good.
I think
you know, and then Benzema left to Saudi. You know.
Yeah, to Al Ittihad, $3 million per week. By the way,
Damn. $3 million. They treat him like a king over there.
And he's Muslim. Oh, he's right at home.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think Heung-min Son should come to Juventus though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. There's 2 more players that retired, and I forgot to mention them: Busquets and Jordi Alba. Well, not
they retired,
but
they left.
Not retired, but they left their club. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking about having Busquets at Inter Miami and Jordi Alba at Inter Miami.
That'll sell a lot of tickets, and then
that will sell a shit ton of tickets.
Bring Suarez in too. Even though they're old, I feel like even though they're old, they will still tear up that league.
100%.
That'll sell a shit ton of tickets. Did you hear that Madrid was trying to get Alphonso Davies for Carvajal to replace Carvajal?
They did. They are.
That'll be a great signing. Apparently, Barcelona once rejected Alphonso Davies because the president said it was because he was Canadian, and that was before Alphonso Davies absolutely tore Nelson Semedo apart in that 8-2 defeat.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And if Madrid are able to pick Alphonso Davies up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you also think of... I'm sorry, there's a whole bunch of shit. What do you also think of the Sadio Mane drama? I heard that Bayern is trying to get rid of him now, that they're open to selling him after just one season.
Oh, he shouldn't have punched Sane.
That is very true.
Wait. And if any of y'all defending that, y'all just need to think before you act, because clearly y'all don't.
Yep, exactly.
Y'all might have some felons in y'all futures if y'all don't already have any.
Yeah, if you support Mane in that, you know that wall I told you to go argue and go hit your head on? You can go ahead and hit your head on that wall again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go do that.
He brought it on himself.
He
He
really
shouldn't
did.
have done that.
He wasn't playing particularly well at Bayern anyway.
Yeah.
Damn.
But, oh well. What'd you think of Busquets leaving Barcelona, Kenny?
Great career. I think, unlike what I've been on social media for unlike what this nigga Danny Aaron said. Danny Aaron said that Busquets is the biggest loss Barcelona has had in their history. That it's a bigger loss than losing Messi.
Messi, Xavi, Iniesta.
Yep, that's
Suarez,
exactly. Danny Aaron said that Busquets is the reason Barcelona are as successful as they are. That without Busquets, that they won't be as successful.
Damn, I forgot he carried in
2015. I forgot that he assisted. He assisted all the goals and scored all the goals in that 2015 dominant run. I forgot he carried in 2020 to a league title. I totally forgot about that. How could I? I forgot that he carried Spain to the World Championship in 2010. I totally forgot about that.
We forgot about that.
I totally forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Biggest loss in Barca history, bro. Biggest loss. A 7-time Ballon d'Or winner. It's not a bigger loss than Sergio Busquets. Okay. Okay. I heard you. Fucking idiot. But yeah, I do think that when it comes to DMs in our current generation, Busquets is really high up there. I rate him higher.
I think he's probably one of the best.
Yeah,
one of the best.
I rate him higher than Casemiro. In my opinion, if you were to play Busquets and Casemiro at center back, I pick Casemiro because when it comes to pure defending, Casemiro is there. But Busquets he's a midfielder. He's a more complete midfielder. Joint with the fact that he can also really defend. He's not bad on defense. He's really good on defense. He can pass the ball when he has to. I mean, I haven't really seen Busquets dribble, but I've seen him pass the ball. He can really pass the ball.
Yeah.
So, as a DM, he's really good. Good D. Good D.
He has good D.
Really, really good D. Them biscuits, good D.
Good D. Now Jordi Alba, he's also left Barcelona. It seems like all the legends are leaving now.
Yeah.
In this area.
As soon as they heard Messi ain't coming back, ain't nobody want to stay no more.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to stay no more. Jordi Alba. He's been good. I mean, he's been great. If I want to talk in FIFA terms, hero or icon, so what are you picking for Jordi Alba?
That nigga a hero.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think he's an icon. I think he's a hero for sure. Maybe like, okay, Capdeville was an 86 rated hero. I'll give Jordi Alba like an 87. Small 87. 87 rated hero. Yeah.
I'll give him like a 89 rated, the highest foot fantasy.
89 for fantasy? I'm talking about like base hero, because base hero Capdeville.
Base hero, he'll be like a 86.
Yeah, I said 87 for Jordi Alba because I think I'll rate him over Capdeville. I'll give him a base hero 87, World Cup hero 89, foot fantasy 90 to upgrade to a 92.
Yeah. Have you noticed he kind of looks like a mouse?
He does. He looks. He kind of looks like Ozio, if you think about it.
Yeah, like they both have like that kind of like mouse type of face.
Yeah, yeah. Love you, Ozil. Huge fan. You helped me
Yeah.
pack Zidane.
Next signing we got, this is also a pretty big one. Conte. I didn't think he was gonna leave Europe so fast. Um,
Me
but
too.
but Conte is going to Al Ittihad. He's joining Benzema.
That is crazy. How old is Conte?
He's probably like around 32, 33.
Oh, he's 32. 32 is still a little too young to leave Europe. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I mean, nah, because that's how we're just used to seeing people fucking leave later.
Yeah.
But that's what people used to uh, retire at that age.
Yeah.
Or
Considering.
go to retirement leagues at that age.
Yeah, Cantona retired at 30. That nigga hit 30. He said, I'm not playing no more. I mean, another thing you have to really think about is Saudi is a Muslim country. And if a Muslim has a chance to go to a Muslim country and earn a bag while they're in a country that they so much resonate with, I don't blame them. Like when Benzema, this is the reason Benzema was giving. It was like, that's literally a dream. Like, you leave Madrid, you've done for Benzema, he's complete. I mean, he really didn't win a World Cup, but like, to him, he's completed football. He's won all those Champions Leagues. He's won a Ballon d'Or, and now he's just in a retirement league, earning $3 million a week. I think when it comes to Conte, maybe it's more so, I've had all these injuries this year. I haven't been able to play. I don't want to hinder this club any further, type shit. I don't think Conte really cares about the money. I just feel like it's more a thing of, I think Conte is Muslim, moving to a Muslim country, making money in your Muslim country, and yeah, just vibing.
Yeah.
So now
Someone's vibing more than others, but yeah.
Yeah. if Conte really wanted to stay in Europe, he would have 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
So many teams would have. I know. I would wish for Juventus to get him so that Conte and Rabiot. I wish for Juventus to get everybody, but so that Conte and Rabiot can play in the midfield. Crazy.
Yeah. All right. Next signing. This wasn't recent, but we have not talked about this on the podcast. This happened like fucking literally earlier this year.
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo to Al Nassr. A legend of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He has 4 UCLs, 5 Ballon d'Ors,
5 UCLs.
5
UCLs.
UCLs. My bad. 5 UCLs. And what's it called? 5 Ballon d'Ors, 4 Golden Boots. I mean, how many league titles for La Liga? 2 league titles, I think.
4.
Right?
I think it was 4. 4 or 3.
La Liga?
4 or 3. I don't think it was just 2. I think it was 4 or 3. I believe.
I could have sworn it was 2.
Let me look.
Oh shit, my phone's backwards, so I was trying to look.
Oh, it was 2.
2?
My bad.
Okay.
Maybe I was saying 4 because I was joining his Man U titles as well. Because I think he won 2 league titles for Man U.
Yeah, he won 2 league titles with Serie. He's had a great career. Obviously, the way he left is gonna leave some, little bit of a bad taste in your mouth because, it's just kind of sad how he left. But other than that, it's more about the journey, not the ending. And Ronaldo's still one of the greatest of all time. One of. What about you? What about you, Kenny?
I believe that Ronaldo is the second greatest player of all time. Personally, I believe that he played in the era of someone we are never going to see anyone We're never gonna see any two players like Messi and Ronaldo dominate football the way they did. We are never gonna see that at all. Yes, the way he left was pretty sad. I remember I shed a couple tears. You know, it's hard to see your favorite player desperate to look for a club, and like the desperation is showing. You know, and when they talk about your favorite player opening himself to signing for Bayern Leverkusen, like it's like, come on, man. You know, it was just sad. It was just sad for me to see, but when I look back on his career, Ronaldo has done a lot in his career. Ronaldo dragged Portugal from before him. I think they only qualified for how many World Cups? No major trophies. Ronaldo comes in. They qualify for every single World Cup that he's able to participate in. They win the Euros. They win the UEFA Nations Cup. It's like Mr. Champions League, literally, you know. And while it was sad to see him go, when you think about all the stuff that he did, when you think about who he was rivaled with and what he had to do to even make a case for himself, you can look back on his career and be like, he really did that shit. Because Mbappe is not coming anywhere close to prime Messi.
Nah.
Let me be honest. Haaland ain't coming close to prime Messi. Never mind. I'm not even going to talk about him. But for Ronaldo, in the era of Messi, and I have to say it like that because Messi is just not human. In the era of Messi, to get 5 Ballon d'Ors is crazy. 5 Ballon d'Ors itself is crazy. The only reason people don't think of it as crazy is because there's somebody that has 7.
There's someone that has more.
There's someone who has more.
If someone didn't win 7 and they had 5, they would have called that man the best in the world.
The best in the world. Who was it that has 3?
The best in history.
Yeah, who was it that had 3 that everybody was like, yo, like this nigga is superhuman. What Pele that they were calling like this?
No, he has 3 World. He has 3 World
Cups. Yeah.
No,
but you know, yeah, but like, bro, Ronaldo had a
giving
great.
it to South Americans. Apparently, he would have had 7.
You mean Pele?
Yeah.
True. I mean, yeah, they weren't giving it to South Americans, right? Yeah, only Europeans were winning it at that time. But I believe that Ronaldo has had a great season. Great career. The only trophy that ever eluded him was that World Cup. That World Cup. That was the only thing. The only thing that eluded him was that World Cup. And while I am a bit sad that he wasn't able to win it, I am happy for the kind of player that he was. It's just like when Allen Iverson retired. I mean, I was still young, but he was my favorite player, and he never won an NBA title. Anybody I told that Allen Iverson was my favorite player, they would just laugh in my face. Your favorite player don't got an NBA title, you know. So it's just So, but apart from that, you know, he's had a better career than nearly every single football player that's ever existed. In my opinion, he's better than every single football player that has ever existed that wasn't named Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
So, like I said before, on the day of the World Cup final, at Ronaldo's best, he was the best human to ever do it. At Messi's best, he wasn't human.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not a delusional Ronaldo fan. I will take my L and I will swallow my L and I will just be happy with the memories.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even call it an L. I was supporting Messi on that final. I wanted him to win. I wanted him to beat France. I wanted him to win. Now, if it was Argentina versus Morocco, I would have been supporting somebody different. But let's be honest, Morocco was not beating France in that semifinal. It just wasn't going to happen.
And plus, he's ending up with, $200 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 200, bro. Get your bread, bro. Ronaldo, get your bread, bro. Get your bread. Not like you need it, but get your bread. Get your bread. Personally, I wouldn't have gone to Saudi. I won't lie. Personally, if I really still wanted to play, I would have probably gone to the MLS or just waited till the summer to see if any club would still pick me up, or I would have just retired. I would have been an asshole to try and overshadow Messi's World Cup win by announcing my retirement.
Yeah, what do you think of the Ronaldo fans that still believe he's gonna come back to Europe?
Let go. Honestly, it's not, and they can't be mad at me for saying that because Ronaldo fans that still believe he's going to Europe, they're not cherishing the moments. They're not reminiscent of the moments that he actually gave to us. I'm over here thinking, because in my opinion, I don't know if you remember when you asked me in when he went to Al Nassr, is Ronaldo finished? I told you Ronaldo was finished. Like, he was done.
Yeah.
And the only thing for me to do now is just remember how happy he made me, how excited he made me to want to sit down in front of the TV and watch the games that he played. Him leaping so high in the air at 34 years old for that header in that Juventus game. You know, him scoring hat-trick after hat-trick after hat-trick. UCL title after UCL title. You know, noodle hair Ronaldo. Ponytail Ronaldo and Juventus, in my opinion, those two Ronaldos are crazy. Because Ponytail Ronaldo he was out of his prime, but he showed glimpses of his prime. He was taking players. Ponytail Ronaldo at the beginning of lockdown. Bro, I remember all of that. His Manchester United homecoming, scoring 2 on his first game, coming back after all those years being away from Man U. Like, I feel like if you just let it go, let that shit go, you will be a lot happier just remembering all of those moments. It's just going to be a lot more fulfilling to you. Rather than try to make a case and making other people hate this player, why don't you just enjoy what he... Because Messi fans are doing that. You don't see any Messi fan arguing, because it's everywhere on Twitter. All I'm saying is that my GOAT wasn't in the MLS at 35. No Messi fan is arguing about that shit. They're just remembering all the good moments. Rewatching when he lifted the World Cup. Rewatching a Cara Messi and Cara Messi. You know? Just reminisce those moments. Stop trying... Now, if in the future Ronaldo comes back to Europe for some reason, becomes really, really good again, goes back to the World Cup, that's what Ronaldo fans are thinking. Goes back to the World Cup and somehow wins the World Cup in 2024.
Yeah, that's what a lot of Ronaldo fans think.
I'm not lying. I'll be happy. Am I betting on it? Absolutely not. No, don't do that shit, man.
It's really far-fetched.
Don't bet. The oldest person to ever score in the World Cup was Roger Milla. Roger Milla was 41 years old. Cameroon went to the semis that year, I believe, before they got knocked out. Semis or quarterfinals. They went to the quarterfinals. They didn't make it to the semis because Morocco was the first African team to ever make it to the semis. They made it to the quarterfinals. Roger Milla was in the 90s, no processed food type shit, and Roger Milla was African. He was from Cameroon. It's different. It's different. Shit is different over in Africa, you know? So, yeah, to all Ronaldo fans out there, just enjoy the moments, man. Enjoy what Ronaldo had to give us. Remember the reason you became a Ronaldo fan in the first place. I remember the reason when was it against QPR when he scored that bullet of a shot when he was at Man U? Instant Ronaldo fan. I remember, like, when you remember those times, you just things like this shit don't really bother you no more. You know, so yeah. To all delusional Ronaldo fans, you are hurting his legacy more than you're trying to make it great.
Right. Okay, and then we got, the second biggest news, obviously. Well, Ronaldo was not really that big because, it happened.
Yeah, it happened a while ago.
Earlier this year. But it's still still sad to see him go. He gave us good games, great games. Yeah. He gave us all this stuff. But the hottest news right now, that's the hottest out right now is Lionel Messi joining Inter Miami. Um, a lot of the things of his contract is not confirmed, but apparently in his contract he has a deal with Apple and Adidas that he's gonna earn a percentage of everything that uh, everything like from if you let's say are watching if you're watching the MLS, you pay for the subscription uh on um on Apple, Messi's gonna get a percentage of that. Or if you buy his jersey from Inter Miami or his boots, um and he's gonna get a percentage of that too.
Yep.
Um and I don't know if this is confirmed, but apparently he's also gonna be investing over there, in Miami. And Miami's a fucking Miami is an expensive place to live in. Ain't that
Yep.
right, Kenny? It's
Oh,
an
yeah.
expensive place.
Has to be.
And
I've never been, but I assume so. It's Miami.
nah, they call it one of the most. They call it the most expensive place to live.
More expensive than LA?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Oh, that is true. My cousin did move to Miami, and she was paying like $3,000 for her apartment. That's crazy.
Nah, that's too much.
That's crazy.
But if MLS, it makes sense. Adidas sponsors MLS. Messi's a Adidas athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever see? Did we ever see this happening? I don't. Nah, I never saw this happening.
I don't think
I always thought
anybody
he was
saw it
probably gonna go to like anywhere but here. But it's exciting for me, because we live in America. We there's a good thing. There's a soccer team like 3 hours that 3 hours from here. Um, the way how he finished his career was honestly kind of perfect. He after winning the World Cup, retire, and you're the greatest player of all time. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's the perfect ending. Not even not even the best writers could write this perfect ending. You know what I'm saying, Kenny?
Mm-hmm.
He's given us the greatest football we probably ever seen in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very lucky to be born to watch those two play,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy that this is like the end of an era. All of the legends have left from Europe.
All of the legends, bro.
All of the legends, and I have no doubt next season is gonna be
Boring.
like the start of a new era. It's definitely gonna. I don't know about boring, but I'm definitely
I
excited.
got a
to
few.
see,
I got a few players I'm really excited to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what the future holds for us. Obviously, I'm not gonna have as much emotional connection as I did last era, but
Yep.
it's been a great era.
Yeah.
What do you got? You got any thoughts, Kenny?
Messi. Messi has had decent. I feel like even Pele with three World Cups is probably looking at Messi's career and like, damn, I wish I had that. I think Messi has the most complete career ever. Anything Messi could win in his entire career, he won. You name it, he won it. He won everything. So, like you said, it was magical watching him play. And I know I gave Ronaldo his praise, and I'm gonna do Messi his due diligence as well. It was like watching a magician on the pitch, literally create magic.
Yeah.
Literally he does something every 15 minutes. You're asking yourself, how the fuck,
Yeah.
As a Ronaldo fan, sometimes it was annoying because supporting Ronaldo when he was in Madrid. I used to dread El Clasicos. I can't even lie. I used to dread them. Because I just knew that Messi would just when he took his shirt, I remember when he took his shirt off, and he just that picture,
Showed it
that
to the
picture.
fans.
Yeah, I was like, man, I can't even be mad, bro. Like, man, wow. He's
him.
truly one of a kind. I don't think we're ever going to see anybody. If there's ever anybody like Messi ever again, this is how confident I am. I would be dead. I would have aged
Yeah.
out. I would have aged out and died
Or we're
before
probably gonna be old as shit.
old as fuck. And I'm gonna be like these old heads talking about, so you think this person better than Messi? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be like one of those old heads like my dad. When I told my dad that Messi was better than Pele, he wanted to smack the shit out of me. But yeah, it's just I believe that we were born in the greatest era of sports. I wouldn't even say just football. I believe we were born in the greatest era of sports because
Yeah.
football conquers every sport. Tell me I'm wrong. We were born in the era of Usain Bolt. We were born in the era of Messi or Ronaldo. We were born in the era of LeBron James. Some people might argue Michael Jordan. But, hey, we had Kobe as well. And Shaquille O'Neal. Well, that's when it comes to basketball. We were born in... Huh? And Steph Curry. We were born in the era of Serena and Venus Williams. Like, we have the best era of sports, in my opinion. Late 90s, 2000s.
Even the men's tennis. I don't watch it, but I know.
Rafael Nadal, Djokovic.
And there was this other dude.
For skateboarders, Tony Hawk. Like, we had everybody.
Yeah.
We had everybody. Michael Phelps for swimming. In my opinion, we had Tom Brady. Tom Brady in football. Like, in pigskin. I call it pigskin. Pigskin American football. Like, bro, what? I feel like Tiger Woods. We were born in the best era of sport, and that era is coming to an end. It's sad.
All of a sudden.
Like, it was so quick. Ozil. First it was Ronaldo leaving. Ronaldo going to Al Nassr. Bale retiring after the World Cup. Ozil retiring. Jordi Alba leaving. Busquets leaving. Messi. It's Ronaldo, just all like
Benzema,
Conte. Like, Conte was fairly even recent, not really growing up with. Conte was, I think, got popular in like 2015 when Leicester won the Prem. Yeah. Like, you got everybody just retiring. Kroos is old as shit. Modric is old as shit. Like, man, it's ending so quick. And it's sad to think about it, but at the same time, it makes you so happy that you were there to experience it. You didn't have to tell anyone. You didn't have to listen to stories about who this player was. You had firsthand experience of how great this player was. These players were, So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Iniesta, Xavi, I forgot those two. They didn't retire this time, but I'm just saying the players in our era that we grew up watching.
Hazard.
Hazard.
I forgot about Hazard. He's leaving too.
Damn. I mean, he only scored 7 goals for Madrid in 4 years.
Yeah, but he gave us 5 good years. 5 good years of
Chelsea.
On Chelsea. He was crazy.
Hazard was so fun to watch, man. Those crazy goals he used to score. Robin and Ribery as well. Ribery just retired. Was it this year or last year? Last year.
Last year.
Ribery retired last year. Robin officially, Robin retired, came out of retirement, and retired again last year. So, man, robbery. Oh my God, Mandzukic. Man, there's so many.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's been a crazy ride.
Really
man,
crazy.
Football is a beautiful game.
Such a beautiful game, man. Who's the player you're most excited for in this new generation, this new era that's gonna start next season?
If you asked me that question last year, I would have said Holland.
I mean, Holland's
But this year,
has already started, so
yeah. But this year, I don't know. I think I might have to let it flow a bit. For right now, I'm gonna say Bellingham. I'm interested in that move, right? And if if hopefully Pep starts playing Julian Alvarez more, I feel like we could see him, I feel like we should see him more on the pitch, but but those two. I'm gonna say Bellingham and Julian Alvarez.
there's one player that I've always thought about, and I really do hope that when he's done tearing it up in the Prem, he goes back to La Liga to even tear it up further. Odegaard.
Odegaard.
I don't know why I feel so much excitement for Odegaard, but I feel so much excitement for him. I want him, like, I know he's a world class player. We've seen it in Arsenal. I want him to tear up the Premier League some more and then have a grand return to the Bernabeu where there's a prime Bellingham and a prime Camavinga. He could just assert himself right there in the in the center in the midfield to just orchestrate the play, bro. Like,
Neymar too.
I mean,
Neymar.
Neymar's not really part of the new
I heard.
era.
I know, but listen, I heard Neymar is offering himself to Barcelona.
Do you think they'll take it?
I don't know.
In my opinion, I think they should sell Dembele, sell Rafinha, and bring in.
Nah, they can't sell. They can't sell Dembele, bro.
Why can't they sell Dembele? Nobody will buy him.
Even though he gets injured a lot, I'm telling you, bro. I feel like once he gets that shit straight, he's one of the best wingers in the world.
So you'd rather keep Dembele than to have a Neymar homecoming?
Yeah, he's younger. Neymar's 32.
I feel like this is my take about Dembele. I feel like Dembele ain't going to amount to shit, personally.
I don't know, bro. I feel like you're wrong about that one. I think Dembele's I feel like if he gets his injuries straightened up, he can be the best winger in the world.
I think Dembele won't get his injury straightened up. I think he's gonna have an injury-riddled career.
Yeah, hopefully not, but
I don't hope that on. I don't pray for that on him. Don't get me wrong.
Uh-huh.
And I have seen him play when he's not injured, apart from when he fouled Di Maria.
Yeah.
I have seen him play. He's good. I just don't think he's gonna outlast those injuries. Personally, I just don't see it happening. Yeah. I don't like R9 injured his knees and he was still phenomenal. Cristiano Ronaldo injured his knee, while not as severely as R9, was still phenomenal. I just don't see it with I don't see that grit. I don't know the player that has that kind of grit. I don't see that grit anymore. And that's what I feel like is going to be missing from this generation. I might be wrong. I honestly hope I'm wrong. But I just don't see that grit. I don't see it. I guess I'm just mad because almost every Juventus player is lazy.
Yeah.
Pogba's so lazy. Pogba's so lazy. Chiesa has been injured almost the whole season. I did his SBC only because he's got the Juventus badge on his name. But quite frankly, I just want Juventus to play well, man.
All right. Should we do the hot takes? I only got one hot take.
Let me hear it so I can react to it.
All right.
I'm going to give my opinion on Hazard, and I hope you guys don't give me an L for this. I don't believe Hazard flopped. I'm going to give you the actual truth of what I believe about Hazard. I believe that the Premier League is such a hard league to play in. Those years that Hazard gave you at top level Chelsea took it all out of him. This is my honest opinion. I believe it took everything for him to perform like that. And
thanks for the follow tweet.
The level of Madrid, the peak of the peak, I think injuries and laziness really got to him. How many good years did Hazard give us? At least 5, 6. That's all I'm saying. I think the Premier League is too fast of a game for certain people, and I think it takes a lot out of you. I'm gonna give my opinion on how.
What do you think?
I don't like calling, if someone's injured, I don't like calling the person a flop. It really depends on how long you're injured for. It's the reason it's the reason I called Dembele it's the reason I said that I didn't think Dembele was going to amount to shit, because I didn't think he was going to beat his injuries. Which is not really his fault, but at what point do you continue using injuries as an excuse? As pertains the Premier League being a very hard league, you know, giving it your all and then coming to La Liga, I just feel like playing in the Prem, I don't know, personally, I feel like playing in the Prem is more exerting, but I've seen people play in the Prem and then go to La Liga and still play well.
Yeah, there's still people, that could play both, right?
I feel like it's a person to person thing. He gave if you have great like he said 5 years of great football in the Prem, your body I feel like his body just gave up on him, quite frankly. It's sad, but it's true, I guess. Yes, sad, but it's true.
Yeah, but I don't know, for that long, I will still call him a flop. I don't want to, but because he was honestly one of the best players in his time.
Mm-hmm.
But he tried, but he just wasn't. He never got on the first team. Well, he was on the first team, but he never got to play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna still call him a flop, and that thing about I do think is exerting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I heard from another Chelsea player that played with Hazard in an interview. He said that he called
Hazard was lazy.
one of the laziest.
It was
right?
Mikel, the Nigerian captain, former Nigerian captain.
Yeah.
Mikel said Hazard was the laziest player he had ever seen.
Exactly. He was the laziest, and he was the only one that could get away with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that when he went to Real Madrid, I believe that it was a different way, to get on the squad. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, he got injured a lot, and that really backed him up, right? But I feel like that's also because all those years of being lazy caught up to him. You know what I'm saying?
That is so true. I didn't even think about it like that. That is true. He couldn't catch a break after that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because now you're in a league that is in my opinion, more skillful.
Yes.
And it takes what's it called? Actual, you have to think more in these games. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And and in what's it called? In the Prem, it's just attack. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's why I also believe that Man City is different, because they're not just attack. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But most of the teams in Prem are attack, and and that's and Hazard is from the era where they would attack a lot. You know what I'm saying? And how when we're young, Kenny, they tell us, warm up before you do the exercise, or warm up before you play, or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And we never listen because we're young. Yep. But now that we're grown up, we have to do those things.
Terrible now.
Yeah, we have to do those things. And I feel like Hazard, he believed that he was gonna be like that his whole career, and it just caught up to him. This is, what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. That's a great way to think about it. Oh, when I said what I said, It wasn't trying to justify. I still believe Hazard is a flop. Like I said before, I was like, yes, he had injuries, but how many injuries will it take for you to keep justifying? Oh, it's about his injuries. He was injured. You can't really call it. Hazard is the biggest Real Madrid flop of all time.
Yeah.
The biggest. Modric brought his shit back.
Yeah. Yeah. He was going to be, but you know he.
Hazard cost 100 million
Yeah.
to score 7 goals in how many years? 4 years? 5 years? 4 years. FIFA 20. So he was signed in 2019. 19 to 20, 20 to 21, 21, 22, 22. 4 years. 7 goals in 4 years is a flop. I think Sergio Ramos managed more goals in 4 years than 7.
Yeah.
And Sergio Ramos is a center back. So, yeah. Would you call him the worst number 7 in Madrid's history, even worse than Mariano Diaz?
Nah, Mariano was terrible.
Okay. Yeah, Hazard was... That was bad.
Hazard didn't even like try to fight him being terminated. Mariano did. That's the difference. And then
he asked for more money?
He was asking for more money. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck do you think? Why the fuck am I gonna give you more money? Nigga, your ass. Oh, man, Mariano, man. When you told me about him asking for more money, bro, I could not contain my laughter. That shit was so funny, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hazard is still a flop, man. What do you think of Harry Maguire? According to Man United, they want to move on from him.
It was about fucking time.
It's about time, right? Thank you, bro. That's the same thing I was thinking. It's about fucking time.
I don't know what they were thinking. I saw what they were thinking, when he was in Leicester City. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't bad. But I didn't really see anything special about him that he was worth 80 mil.
I don't think, yeah.
I think Ole. I feel like Ole, if Ole never signed him, he would still be the fucking manager for Man U.
No,
like
Ole. That wasn't Ole. That was. I've told you before. That was Mourinho.
That was Mourinho.
Yes, that is Mourinho's biggest ever mistake ever in his managerial career was signing Harry Maguire for 80 mil. I feel like every iconic manager has had a terrible signing. Like, why the fuck did you even sign this guy? Mourinho was signing the most expensive center back in the entire world for 80,000, and it was Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
80,000, 80 mil.
80 mil, I mean. 80 million for Harry Maguire. That was a big mistake. What is Ancelotti? Did Ancelotti? Ancelotti wasn't the one that signed. It was Zidane that signed Hazard. You can't even really blame Zidane because at the time Hazard was world class. Anybody would pay 100 mil for Hazard. At the time, it was a very, very, very good signing. When Maguire was signed, even at that time, I was like, "What the fuck is this nigga thinking?" Who else? What is Pep's ever worst signing? For a little bit, it would have been Jack Grealish. I still don't think Jack Grealish has proven himself to be 100 mil worth, but Jack Grealish played really good this season. Has been playing really good this season, so I'll cut him a little slack. I'll cut Jack a little slack because he's not that terrible. He's played really good this season. Still not worth 100 mil, so got to do a little bit more for 100 mil, but who else? Alex Ferguson. What was his worst signing? I don't even know. They also want to move on from De Gea.
I mean, I can see why.
You made terrible mistakes, bro. Maguire scored an own goal against when they played against Sevilla in their first leg, and in the second leg, De Gea scored an own goal. No, he made a mistake. He gave the ball to the opposition, and they scored.
Yeah,
They were
they
both the
has
reason.
had. Yeah, they has had some like really great time moments, but his mistakes really set him back, man.
Really do.
Like
Which is
I don't know
crazy.
what is I don't know what is up with that man.
You can tell De Gea is one of those, like this season, he was one of those goalkeepers that's like, you can tell it was his defense that got him the Golden Glove. He won the Premier League Golden Glove.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And you know, in my opinion, watching the Prem this season, the best goalkeeper in the Prem this season was Ramsdale. Now, towards the end, he got a little shaky. But for the majority of the season, Ramsdale was the best goalkeeper. He was making save after save after save. Allison, too. Really good. Nick Pope. Nick Pope was just like the first 10 games, and then he just shot downhill after that. Man.
Yeah. That's all I got, dude. You got anything else?
Yeah, I was just going to say that's all I got, too, man. If I think of anything else, we're just going to leave that to the next podcast. So, yeah, you want me to close this out, or you want to close this out?
Yeah, you close it out.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for the podcast episode. It's been so long. I'm going to try to get through this editing, just in case there's some stuff that I got to smoothen out, and put this out before the Champions League final tomorrow. Hope you guys... Let me know y'all comments down below. What do y'all think about what we said? If you have any questions, any topics for us to discuss. Oh, wait, no. There's this one that I really have to talk about, bro. Nick Merckx.
Oh, what happened to him?
It was a whole pride trans thing, and Nick Merckx commented, "Just leave our children alone." And because of that, Call of Duty took out his skin from the game. And now people are boycotting the game because they don't believe that Nick Merckx should have been.
Oh yeah, finally
like
we're
that.
boycotting fucking Call of Duty.
I
Oh,
already
my God.
deleted it.
Shut that fucking game down.
I already deleted it. But I don't.
Same game year after year. Jesus Christ.
I don't believe that what Nick Merckx said was bad.
No, it wasn't wrong at all.
Just keep it away from the kids. Just keep it away from them. This shit is already like someone said. Oh wait, where is that? I need to find that comment. And I won't lie, this could get me in trouble with the YouTube snowflakes. Y'all can think whatever the fuck y'all want to think. FaZe Rain said, "Imagine you say 2 + 2 is 4. Imagine you say 2 + 2 is 4, but 10 people, let's say they have blue hair, come along and tell you 2 + 2 is in fact 5 now. Am I just going to believe them because there's 10 of them and 1 of me? Fuck no. 2 + 2 is 4. Find God."
That ass.
Dead ass.
Here's the thing. If we get canceled, Kenny, oh well.
Oh well.
Here's the thing. We don't give a fuck. What the fuck you want to prefer yourself, right? We don't give a fuck.
That part.
What we give a fuck, right, is trying to like feed this to the kids, and people are like, why can't we fit it to the kids? Why can't we fit it to the kids? It is something sexual.
Exactly. It's just like
It's
trying.
something sexual.
It's just like trying to teach a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old the birds and the bees. You don't have that talk till you're like 15.
Exactly. Until like they're like at least like around 11, 12, 13, you know what I'm saying? When they're starting to like understand a bit more.
When they're starting to hit puberty, when they're starting to have those hormones, when those hormones start hitting, you start to talk to them about that shit.
Exactly.
Stop feeding into my 6-year-old or my 5-year-old. Stop doing that. I don't talk to my 5-year-old about being a man. I don't talk to my 5-year-old about that. So why would you talk to my 5-year-old about transitioning to a woman? You're like, I don't have a 5-year-old, by the way. I don't have any children. But you know what I'm saying? And like you said, I do not give a damn who you decided to fuck at night, what you decided to call yourself. I don't care. But you shouldn't force me to care if I don't care. That shit don't make no sense.
Exactly.
I'm not hurting you by not caring. I just don't care.
Exactly. We're
So-
not hurting you by fucking mistaking you. If you look like a dude, I'm gonna call you.
I'm gonna call you a dude, and you shouldn't be mad at me for calling you a dude, my nigga. You look like a nigga. I'm sorry. Correct me, and then I could. If you want me to call you a toaster, I'll call you a toaster. That's what it is.
But don't be mad.
But don't be mad at me because you got a full face. You got a full face beard, but you got a full face of makeup as well. You got nails, and you think I'm gonna call you a woman. I'm gonna call you a dude. You look like a nigga. I'm gonna call you a nigga. I'm sorry.
Nigga, if you look like Steve Buscemi on a fucking wig, we're not calling you that, bro.
Dude.
We're not calling you a woman.
Now, if I say, hey, could you, hey, bro, and you're like, oh, I'm a woman. Sorry, I'm gonna call you whatever the fuck you. If you want me to call you Superman, that shit doesn't change anything about me. I do not give a damn. But what you're not gonna do is try to make me give a damn when I don't. I don't give a damn. And I won't lie, now there are some people that who are really, really, really just homophobic and transphobic who just literally hate y'all. Mm-hmm. There are some people like that. But you guys are making people who are not like that hate y'all the more. Y'all are making people hate you. Stop doing that shit. Stop forcing shit on people. Don't force shit on people. There's a reason rape is a crime because it's forced. There's a reason breaking and entering is a crime. Forced entry. Force is always synonymous with something bad. So stop forcing us to give a fuck. And maybe we'll like you a little bit more.
That's right.
That's just my 2 cents about that. But free Nick Merckx, by the way. In Call of Duty, if y'all like, you could not re-release it. Anyone who still plays Call of Duty right now, you should find something better to do with your life anyway. I thought I was throwing away my life playing FIFA, but people who play Call of Duty, y'all are so much worse.
Facts.
Y'all niggas smell like fucking.
Y'all for real play the same game every year.
For real.
At least we get fucking new players.
Yep, we get new players, we get new promos, we get fucking new formations, we get a whole bunch of new shit. Y'all really be playing the same game every fucking year. Fucking terrible. That game has been the same since Modern Warfare PS2.
Exactly.
I ain't never seen a difference. What the tomahawk and the throwing knife? It's still a throw, one shot kill. Change something, Activision. Y'all niggas ass. Except when y'all introduced that wall running shit. Now that was fun.
Nah, yeah, that was different.
But now it's gone. Fuck y'all. Get the fuck out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I ain't. Yeah. But that's all. That's all I gotta say.
True. That's all too. I guess that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. Also follow Sway on Twitch. I'm gonna link everything down in the description. I'm also gonna link my Twitter. I'm very, very active on Twitter. I'm pretty active on Instagram, but I'm very, very active on Twitter. So, huh?
What? You say you're active on Twitter?
Yes, I'm very. I tweet every single day.
Whoa.
What? What's wrong with that?
You say you're active on Twitter?
Yes, I'm active on Twitter. I tweet every day.
Whoa.
Sway, tell me what this shit means, bro. I don't want to go out there and say I'm active on Twitter and niggas look at me like I'm crazy.
Nah, I was just playing with you. It's because when what is it called? When like a girl says that they got a Twitter, they're mostly posting porn on there.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the fuck I gotta post? I don't know.
I'm just fucking with you.
This body's exclusive, bro.
Okay, nigga.
Also, to all y'all niggas that just be fucking anybody, look at what's going on with Zion Williamson. Damn, there was a lot of talk about with basketball, Ja Wick, and then we can talk about that later. But Zion is going through shit with an Instagram hoe and 2 porn stars. Mind the women y'all fuck, especially if you got money. Mind the women y'all fuck. Keep that shit in your pants or get you a good girl.
Don't be silly, wrap your willy.
Exactly. And Zion was sleeping and a girl took a picture of him. I think he should sue. Even though it was just his back, he was still naked. I think he should sue. If it was a woman, she would sue. What The fuck are you taking a picture of someone while he sleep?
True.
We're gonna talk about that later. All right, guys. Peace.